Hey, the new year is upon us, and although I'm not a fan of making resolutions, I am a fan of making some plans. Hopefully, I stick to them. So, one of the plans that I have for myself for this year is this: I am going to be greedy. Yes, you heard that right. I'm going to be greedy. Now, wait a second, you're thinking to yourself, what's she talking about? We're not supposed to be greedy. We're supposed to be giving. We're supposed to be generous. We're supposed to be of the heart. We're supposed to think of others before we think of ourselves. Yes, 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 and yes. I think I got all of those. But before we can do any of those things, we need to take care of ourselves. We need to have a cup from which to give. And if our own cup is empty, if we have poured everything out of that cup, there is nothing for us to give from. I have spent the majority of my adult life, I would say now that's 35 years. I have spent, wow, I'm older than I thought. I have spent 35 years, the majority of my adult life, ensuring that other people in my life have what they needed. I have ensured that people are happy. I have ensured that I was a good friend and a good servant in the world. I have ensured that I was a good parent and a good teacher and a good daughter and a good sister and you name it, a good customer, a good employee, all at the expense of ensuring that I was good to myself. So this year, and for all of the years that are to come in my life, and hopefully it will be a long, fulfilling, fruitful life from here on out, I'm going to be greedy. I'm going to be greedy with my time. I'm going to be greedy with my health. I'm going to be greedy with my love. I am going to be greedy with all of the things that I have been giving from. I allowed myself to burn out last year, and I allowed my cup to empty out so much that I could not give anything to anybody, no matter how special they were to me. And that, my friends, that was probably the most difficult realization for me to come to, that I allowed myself to break. Now, when I think back to why that happened, it's really because I never learned how to truly care for myself. And part of the joy of being in my 50s, of being a 55-year-old woman, is to have a history that I can look back on and realize how to improve for the next half of my life. What I want for myself for 2025, and I'm hoping that you can glean something from what I'm about to share about me, and you can incorporate this into your own sense of self and being. What I want for myself is to put myself first. I want to put myself first in my relationship with my partner. I want to put myself first in my relationship with my 2 children. I'm going to put myself first in whatever years I have left in my career. I'm going to put myself first as a member of my family, and I'm going to put myself first as a member of society, because in doing that, I'm going to be better for everybody. What is it going to look like to put myself first? I am going to make self-care my priority. I am going to go to sleep when I need to sleep. I'm not going to stay up to watch a movie with my partner. I'm not going to stay up to have long conversations with my children. I'm going to go to sleep because without sleep, I am no good for anybody. I am going to make sure that I carve out an hour to 2 hours a day each morning for myself before I go to work or before I start my day. Because without doing that, I'm no good for anybody. I need that quiet downtime to explore all the depths of thoughts and ideas that are in my head and to write them down. I need that time to sit in bed and think about my dreams, the dreams I've had at night and the dreams I have for my future. I need that time for me to feel good. Being greedy also means being a little more greedy with my money. I'm not saying that I'm going to cut off my generosity, but what I am saying is that in order for me to continue to have the ability to share from my cup of abundance, I need to ensure that I am abundant. I need to be greedy with the space I keep in my heart for people. I have always made room in my life for friends and family and strangers on the street and coworkers, and I've always made room, but at the expense of my well-being, and that's done me no good. Being a highly sensitive person and neurodivergent, I've had a tendency throughout my life to ensure that the people around me felt good, because that's what made me feel comfortable in my surroundings and in my world. And now I realize that was to my detriment, always ensuring other people's comfort and happiness before I ensured my own. It's in part why my cup emptied and why I burnt out last year and why I've been in this state of recovery from burnout this year. So being greedy with my heart would kind of look like making sure that I'm understood. This one's a tough one to explain. I'm seeing it in pictures, and I'm not seeing it in words right now, and I know some of you understand that kind of thinking. I just want to protect my sensitive nature. I don't want to be the first to apologize anymore. I don't want to always be the one offering the olive branch. I want to be able to respectfully hold a grudge until I feel okay. Because doing it the other way for me, now remember, this video is me sharing my thoughts with you, and if you're welcome to respectfully disagree, there's a bumblebee right outside my car. I don't like them. You're welcome to respectfully disagree with anything that I have to say, by the way. That's fine, as long as you respectfully disagree. I have always been the person to want to smooth things over just for the sake of having peace. Now there's that saying, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? I don't want to be right. That's not important. I do want to be happy. But for me to be happy, I need time. I need time to process the event of whatever it is that happened, whatever the fallout was. I need to process it and think about it and recenter myself. And in order for me to do that, I need to be greedy with my heart. I can't just give my heart back to the person who exploded at me or who cursed at me or who was rude to me. I can forgive them privately, but I won't immediately dive back in to smooth things over until I am sure that I feel okay again. That's me being greedy with my heart. I will be greedy with my health. The picture that I see in my mind is me making sure that I eat the most nutritious foods and that I ensure my health first. Currently, what that's looked like is when there's leftovers that I've cooked for myself in my own home, I don't share them with other people. I had been. I eat a lot of ground beef and eggs and bacon. I am an animal-based eater. And other people in my house eat however they eat, different than me, but when they see or smell the ground beef and eggs and bacon, a lot of times people want it. And in the past, I've made a lot of extra so I could have some for the next day. And people in my home have asked if they could have it, and I've always said, sure, yeah, go ahead. But then there's nothing left for me when I need it the next day, and I end up eating crap. And the crap doesn't make me feel good. So I'm going to be greedy with my health, and I'm going to make the food that I want to make for me and stick to my plan of eating well. And I got to be okay not sharing that food. I am also going to be greedy with my friendships. I've been the kind of friend who has always kept everybody in mind. I've been the kind of friend who, if somebody didn't keep in touch with me, I would be the one to reach out and check in on that person and see how they're doing. And I would feel guilty if a long time had passed and I hadn't heard from a friend or a group of friends in a period of time. And I would take it upon myself to be the person to make that situation right again. But why me? Why was I doing all the work? Friendship is supposed to be reciprocal. So both people are supposed to be working at maintaining the friendship. So when I say I want to be greedy with my friendships, it doesn't mean that I want to have more and more and more and more and more friends. I want to be greedy with the time that I give to my friends. I want to keep that time to myself. I think that's a better way to explain it. I want to gather up the handful of friends that I know are reciprocating and available and present for me, and I want to hold those people close and keep them near. I want to be greedy with them. Now, I'm not saying that I'm going to leave all the other people by the wayside and just forget about them. But since friendship is supposed to be reciprocal, the give and take throughout the lifetime of the friendship, I don't feel like I need to be the one who is always doing the checking in and checking in about making plans and following through if plans fell through. I can't be that person anymore. That creates burnout. That creates a sense of lack. That creates a sense of dis-ease in the friendship. I will always love the people that have been a part of my life and that all of these friends that I've had for all of these years. I will always love them. I carry them around in my heart, but I'm just saying that I can't be the person who's always doing the work of offering to make plans and like rearranging if things fall through. That needs to happen on both ends. So I'm going to hold close the people who also hold me close and keep me in the forefront of their thoughts and their mind and their heart. I think that's all that I got to say today. I have good expectations for the new year, for 2025. If you're watching this in any other year later on in the future, I'm making this in 2025. It's going to be a chaotic year in the world, and taking care of ourselves and making sure that we're the best versions of ourselves while we head into a crazy year here in the United States of America, it's going to be of great importance. So being greedy is where I'm going to start. Thanks for watching. Happy New Year. Watch this video next. And if you're new here and you liked what you saw, please subscribe. And if you've been around for a while, leave a comment and like this video because it helps the algorithm. And now that I'm monetized, it'll help grow some of my abundance. Thank you so much. Love you. Bye.